So we start today at number 217. I wanted to end yesterday in the top 200, but I ended up having the problem of when I wanted to play at the very end, there was basically the server issue, and I just had to end there. So that's fine. I guess I can just jump right in, honestly. I don't really know what I'm doing. So the patch in a nutshell. We're kind of back in a good stuff meta, basically. What's wrong with the meta? So the change was that on level 8 you get 5% odds at legendaries, and at 9 you get 7% with 30% epics. Basically, leveling to 9 is much more incentivized, and it's just back to kind of like a legendary spam meta, which is kind of where we were like 2 months ago. And personally, it was my least favorite phase of the entire game. I think it was most people's least favorite phase of the entire game. We'll have to see how it goes. I think they're kind of figuring out what they want to do with legendaries. We're not going to be stuck on this for long. I guarantee you guys, they're going to change things by next Thursday. I can promise that. Hopefully sooner. Because I think like pretty much nobody really likes the update. I think the change to blacklisting was very good though. So what are we thinking today? We're thinking today top 100. Can we do top 100 today? Top 100 is gonna be a bit. It starts when you're in the top 200. It starts really slowing down. Top 100 is what, like 16 point. The change to blacklisting is good too, but not with the new tier changes. Yeah, sure. I think I agree with that. The tier changes, like I said, they're just gonna change that. Have no fear, this isn't the game moving forward. I still need to fix this as well. This meta is mega dumb. I agree, good sir. I'm locking the shit out of this. Double Veno, count me in. So, in the spirit of this new meta, that was close, we almost won round 1. In the spirit of this new meta, Savages are looking very, very, very good. Very good. And the reason for that is because you want to take something that wins early that you want to transition out of. Savages are perfect for that. Right as they're coming offline on like round 20, your kind of legendaries are starting to flood your board, maybe like 4 warlocks. You know, your shaman stuff. It just makes perfect sense. It's a very natural transition. Is Chainmail still better than Breach of the Martyr? That's a good question. Maybe it's Gloves of Haste, actually. That's a weird one. Items definitely got pretty changed by this as well. And it's versus Ogre or Anti-Mage. I can scoop up Anti-Mage here. I think that's fine. So I got hard eco down to 4 HP and then level. Then just get 2-star 4 and 5 units and win with like 14 losses. Yeah. I don't think that's a good strategy, but I mean, you definitely do want to econ very aggressively. 3 shamans all the way? Yeah, 3 shamans all the way. I think like some people are saying that 3 shamans are just the way to play this video game right now, and I think I agree with that as well. Blightstone seems good. Is Blight better than Tranquil now? That's a weird one. I could see a couple different arguments. You watch TI at all? Rip EG. Yeah, rip EG indeed. We're just Blink boys. I don't really want to be in Scrappy right now. We can just do this. I think that's fine. With Venomancer being a warlock, some like weird ass pull, like a level 2. What would it be? Druids. Yeah, this is okay. This is weird. With Veno being level 2 right now, some weird ass pull, like the double Warlock, completing like another level 2 Warlock, wouldn't honestly even be bad. I think that would be totally fine with me. I think having the Blink on Furion, just because he has like 50 max mana. It's 50, right? I think it's 50 max mana. Getting like the instant log will kind of help my complete lack of frontline right now. Have you played with Savich or Bebe? I've played in the same game as Savich a few times. I don't think I've played in the same game as Bebe. You enjoying the meta ATM? I haven't played a lot on this meta. It's not the greatest. This is fine though. It looks like we have a pretty ideal board. This is basically nuts. Like, we're on the Tusk out for 4 Savages early. We're up to like Furion could complete, Treants, we could Asp pull. We could find a lot of value here. This meta feels like the good stuff meta again, not as bad, but still, yep, pretty much. It's not as bad, but yes, it's kind of like a good stuff meta again. It's a tier 4 and 5 meta, yeah. It's not gonna last that long, guys. Basically, the meta in a nutshell. Baby was saying it was a legendary meta last night during the Pro League. Yeah. I mean, I agree. It's not... It's pretty much similar to how we were like 2 months ago. But yeah, it's another legendary meta. I want to hit this interest point quite badly. Do I sell out of the Furion pair or the Ogre pair? The answer to that is really, really simple. It's the Furion pair. That's not even hard. And then we can just sell these two. Veno can be a little more centralized. I don't want to have the risk of him having to move before attacking. His like time is too valuable. But yeah, Savages are great right now. It's easier to get 4 cost to 3 stars than you said yesterday, by the way. Yeah? What did I say exactly? I mean, I don't know how worth it is. I think for some like Arc Warden, it's definitely worth it. Honestly, I'm not even 100% sure about Arc Warden. So I think I just bail on the Furion here, right? We're just full econing. And this is kind of like, you'll know this playstyle if you played the game like 2 months ago. It's a little different from before, but we don't really care that much about our situation here. So we just want to make sure we didn't actually get that first cast off. That's pretty bad. Losing an entire Wolves. I think we're still, yeah, this guy's got us. That was really, really awful. Oh well. Battle of the Titans. We're good. Yeah, so we're just like full econing. Playing like Savages, which are cheap. Could go for like a Lycan 3 this game. But in general, 3 stars aren't really supposed to be your goal right now. I've even seen a few 3-star DKs. So yeah, 3-star DK is good as well. So if we chill and win, we could be good for this level up. Let's make sure our positioning is good against this board, actually. Oh, we hit him. Okay, let's see how this positioning swap helped. It's probably going to be pretty minor. I just want my Lycan to be blinking on the side so that they split tank. I just want both of them to get their wolves off before they die, and we shouldn't be able to lose. If both of them get their wolves off before we die, with like the Savage stacking bleed, we should just be good. It's just too much bleed to handle. Okay, so we have kind of the ideal game. We haven't invested many resources, so we just beat this guy who leveled to 5. Look at this. He's at 19 gold. He hit the 1 gold interest that turn. We hit the 3 gold interest, and we just beat him on top of that and killed his streak. He's also like 2-starred more stuff than we have, right? There's Shadow Fiend, and Shadow Fiend is basically the ideal finisher to this comp. I think this is great. It's a good unit to slide in. Unfortunately, we will have to miss this interest point, but there's just nothing we can do about that. So Venomancer gloves versus Shadow Fiend gloves. That's going to be an easy Venomancer gloves, I think. This just looks good. Make sure our board's in a good position against the Streaker, which it is, and we're good. So Enchantress needs to be right behind Lycan, and there's a very simple reason for that. Because Enchantress has really low attack range. She has the shortest attack range in the entire game, and she needs to be able to attack immediately when the fight starts. My Shadow Fiend has longer attack range, so he's further back. And I also kind of want him to die later. Like, same as my Veno, they want to die, like, latest into a fight. So, now that we can actually buy units, we can see if there's anything we want to take. Really nothing. I mean, we could buy the Warlock, and then if it completes, in theory, we could run it. But, I mean, Shadow Fiend 1 is better than Warlock 2, so that's straight up not happening. Lower attack range than melee even? Okay. It does have higher attack range than melee, technically. It's so weird that she's the only 2 attack range unit in the entire game. Everything else, every other unit, has at least 3 attack range. Why is that? Out of all the Dota 2 heroes, Enchantress. Because Enchantress doesn't have that low attack range in Dota 2. It's less than 600, but it's a lot more than some other heroes like Luna and TA. Do you find yourself talking even when playing off stream? I think I used to, oddly enough. I don't know. Usually, I think I talk too much like during my streams that when I'm like playing things off stream, I just don't want to use that energy. I just want to sit there and just rot like a real gamer. Yeah, and we're just chilling here. In theory, if I complete this pudge, it works with this comp pretty well. It's just a big fatty. She has pretty good attack range in Dota. Isn't it like 550 or 575 or something? If I remember correctly, it's like, it's just short of 600. Maybe like 500. It's 5 something. I used to have like every single... I was such a fucking nerd in Dota, dude. I used to have like every single attack range and like weird like level numbers just memorized off the top of my head. Now it's all gone. And I'll never get that brain space back. So I want to take a roll here. Do I? We are the level meta. Is Venomancer better than Enchantress? It is, right? I need Arcane Boots to hit everything. Arcanes are gonna be nuts here. If we make sure Lycans get their spells off before they die, and Veno and Shadow Fiend are also picking it up here, it's gonna be pretty hard to lose. This looks like a loss though. So in the old meta, a couple of things. Let's talk about like what we're playing differently. So we took Arcanes over Smuggler on 10. We snapped that without even thinking about it. Last patch I would have thought about it, and the reason for that is because Mana Boots are a lot more good when you have a lot of like legendary spells going off and you need to cast faster than the other person. So Arcane Boots got a really big buff, which is why I'm snapping it over Smuggler at 10, even though it would have been pretty close to a toss-up, I guess, before this. We've got a free roll here. I can use a free roll, right? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Holy shit. There we go. So, oh wait, we don't have 4 without. Sorry, I had a brain moment. I'm in the middle of an explanation. Give me a break. Okay. Anywho, we were talking about like differences in how I'm playing. We were on a streak to protect come 11. We were looking to take potentially a defensive role. That's the kind of situation where I'm close to outs. Tusk gives me 4 savages. Lycan completes to 2-star Lycan. And then there's like weird ass pull potential like Lone Druid, which is a 2%er here. Is it not a 2%er at 5 anymore? I didn't even see that change. I'm so close to outs. I'm so ridiculously close to outs, but pressing the roll button is so expensive right now. I think I'm misplaying. Well, I have a literally unbeatable board. So we can literally AF. Holy shit, this guy's got a lone druid. Never mind. So at 6, your odds go to 10. Oh, Jesus. It goes from 0 to 10? Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's bad. They should change that. I didn't even notice that. Everyone's always like fixed on the legendaries. Why would they make it go from 0 to 10? So before it was at 5 you had a 2%, and at 6 you had a 7%. I don't like this new philosophy. So level 5 is just a waste of time? No, not really. So they're changing things. So the new philosophy is like they want to be less ass pulls, basically. But ass pulls are good for the game. I think Necro 1 is better than Shadow Fiend 1 on this board. This looks good. Can that even be true? I mean, even though I want heals more than damage,